Live from WTVO Rockford and your home team. Eyewitness News at 10 starts now.
It was a chilly day today, but that didn't stop some state line runners. The colorful race that took place on a local tree farm. A museum hosts an event about Native American heritage. The goal is to educate others on forgotten history. And it's that time of year again. The Red Kettles are brought back out today in Winnebago County. Good evening, I'm Taylor Castro. Thanks for joining us tonight. Breaking news, the Democrats will maintain control of the Senate. The Associated Press projects incumbent Democrat Catherine Cortez Masto has won re-election in Nevada. This comes after roughly 20,000 additional votes were counted this evening from Clark County, the state's most populous county, which includes Las Vegas. This outcome lessens the importance of the Georgia Senate runoff next month between Democratic incumbent Raphael Warnock and Republican challenger Herschel Walker. That race will no longer decide control of the Senate, but could give the Democrats a boost without the need for a tiebreaker. Health officials warned the flu season would be bad this year. Some Rockford residents were able to get vaccinated right outside of their homes. Molina Healthcare partners with UW Health, Discount Drugs, Rockford Ready, and the Rockford Housing Authority for a mobile health unit. It had flu shots, COVID vaccines, and COVID boosters. Pharmacists administered the vaccines right from the mobile unit. Participants also received a bag with cleaning supplies.
We're trying to combat the social determinant of health and with access to care. So we wanted to make sure, especially with the mobile unit, that we were out today and bringing the care on site for individuals to be able to receive their vaccines and, be safe for their families.
You can find the dates and locations for future events on the Rockford Ready website. It's opening day for the Williams Tree Farm, but there's a lot more happening than finding your perfect tree. Runners and walkers laced up their sneakers for something with a little more color, the Jack Pine Color Run. Our Nicole Delgado was there.
Yeah, I feel great. I mean, I've run a lot of races, but this one was pretty neat because I've never done it with color, and it's kind of cool. It got all over me.
Roscoe local Ben Hoffman laced up his sneakers for a colorful run this morning at the William Tree Farm. Ben tells me he has been running since he was in high school, but nothing like this before. Not
only do you get to come out and breathe the fresh air, exercise, but you also get to help people who are in need, which is a great, wonderful thing to do.
Participants receive a long white sleeve, sunglasses, and a color packet. Throughout the trail, runners and walkers will be doused from head to toe in a different color powder, all to make a colorful memory.
Well, we just kind of like to give back, and so we always try and have, multiple opportunities. So we have the color run that will be given to hurricane relief.
Owner of Williams Tree Farm, Karen Williams, says, what better way to kick off the season than to have a fun, colorful run that helps others too. The fun continues with a post-5K party on the farm, including axe throwing, lumberjack food, photo ops, and more.
The past few years have just been so crazy that we try, and I think we all are like, enjoy life as much as you can, be with people as much as you can.
Ben hopes this Jack Pine Color Run becomes a bigger event that goes all year around.
I hope that there are more runs here. I hope they do it seasonally even, because I think it's a great place to run, and again, a great community, a safe place to do it. So I look forward to many more in the future.
Reporting in Rockton for your home team, I'm Nicole Delgado.
The Burpee Museum celebrates Native American heritage today. At the museum, there were many different demonstrations. Patrons could see traditional dances by indigenous people and throw tomahawks. One member says it's important to remember this history.
All history is important, and but it's easily forgotten as time goes on. I think it's very important to know where we come from. I don't want to sound cliche, but that is the bottom line. We need to get back to the basics.
Visitors also learned about traditional ecosystem maintenance, furs, and more at educational booths. A developing story out of Texas where two World War II era planes collided in midair and crashed at an air show. One plane was a Boeing B-17 Flying Fortress, seen in many World War II movies. The other was a Bell P-63 King Cobra. They were taking part in the Air Force's commemorative Wings Over Dallas air show when the smaller plane struck the B-17 in midair. 6 people were on board the two planes at the time of the crash. No one on the ground is known to have been injured. The FAA and the National Transportation Safety Board are leading the investigation. Despite damages caused by Hurricane Nicole, NASA says it's still on track for the Artemis launch that is scheduled for next week. Agency officials say the multi-billion-dollar rocket sustained only minor damage. Some criticize NASA's decision to leave the rocket exposed to the elements during the storm, but by the time they knew a full storm was headed their way, it was too late to move. That process takes 3 days. Officials said it was risky to keep it on the launch pad, then rush a move. The launch is set for this Wednesday at 1 a.m. The Salvation Army kicks off their biggest fundraiser of the year. You're probably used to hearing the bells ring each holiday season. The Red Kettle campaign started today in Winnebago County at the Hobby Lobby on East State Street in Rockford. 70% of the organization's donations come during the holiday season. As many continue to struggle with the ongoing impacts of the pandemic, inflation, and more, the Salvation Army will assist those in need. The money raised will provide emergency utility and rental assistance to help families stay in their homes. It will also fund social service programs. This year's goal is $265,000.
I was at another location, and the person just got out the bell ringer, and I was getting the kettle all set for them. And before we even got that kettle hung up, a lady came up and put $1 in, and the ringer's like, "I haven't even started. I'm already on a roll." You know, it was just kind of fun. So I'm encouraged by the beginning.
You can sign up to volunteer at registertoring.com. A sure sign of the holiday season has arrived in New York City. This 62-foot-long Norway spruce at Rockefeller Center came from 200 miles away in Queensbury, New York. The tree is about 80 to 90 years old. It takes a lot to hoist up the tree since it weighs 14 tons. A time-lapse video of it put in place is right here, and the tree will be decorated with millions of crystals and lit up on November 30th. After the holidays, it will be cut into lumber and donated to Habitat for Humanity.
Now, your first warned weather forecast from meteorologist Jordan Wolf.
Well, we did see quite a bit of snow showers that moved through the area earlier this afternoon. Things are calming down quite a bit, though, as we get later on into the evening. Skies becoming quite a bit more clearer now as we get through the evening and overnight hours as well. A couple of lingering showers and a couple flurries still hanging around, especially north of the state line, but those will gradually continue to work their way out of the area as we get throughout the overnight hours and into the day tomorrow. Here's what we looked at earlier. Quite a few of those snow showers working their way through downtown Rockford, dropping visibility in quite a few locations. That time lapse was just before sunset. As we can see by the end of it, it does actually hit sunset through the evening there. Those snow showers that we had actually was our first measurable snowfall of the season. 0.2 inches officially fell at the Rockford Airport. Normally our first measurable snowfall comes around the 16th through the 18th of this month, so we're not too much earlier than what we would typically expect to see, although it definitely came as a shock to quite a few people, especially considering we had nearly 78 degrees a couple of days ago. We are still quite a bit cooler out there this evening, a very cool sky and clearing skies throughout there the evening. SkyTrack camera downtown Rockford once again. They're sponsored by Window Worlds. We continue to see temperatures now falling throughout the evening. We're up to down to 31 here in Rockford. Wind chill value of 22 degrees, 31 in Rochelle, 24 for that wind chill value. Those temperatures gradually falling right now, but will continue to rapidly fall as those skies continue to clear. Temperatures will fall all the way down into the mid-20s, officially 24 degrees for our low temperature. Those skies clearing will allow those temperatures to fall quite a bit quicker, and we still do not see any more of those snow showers as that comes to an end. Tomorrow, temperatures work their way back up into the mid-30s. A lot more sunshine with those clear skies we have tonight leading into tomorrow. That does not help in our temperature department, though, only reaching into the mid-30s. So we see those skies clearing throughout the rest of the evening tonight as snow moves out. Temperatures don't really fall a whole lot, but do fall into the mid and even lower 20s, at least early on. A lot of sunshine for the early part of the day tomorrow. A little bit of cloud cover working in as we get into the afternoon and evening hours, but no precipitation is expected into the day on Monday. But Monday night is when that could start to change. We see the clouds really thicken up here as we look on our extended futurecast. That's where we see that next system that'll begin to work its way through into the afternoon, into the evening hours, overnight, Monday night into Tuesday and into Wednesday. So we look at some of what we do and what we don't know with this system. Wintry precipitation probably expected Monday night through into Wednesday. Most likely will fall as snow, but there could be some of that mixed precipitation also working its way in there in addition to that. Here's what we we don't know. Some of the moderate to heavy bands might set up, but we don't know exactly where those might set up, so we don't know really a whole lot about exact snow totals for this system and anything beyond that. It doesn't look like to be a huge producer of snow, but definitely a little bit more than what we would expect to see what we had today. 7-day forecast still remaining fairly cool. A little bit sunshine for tomorrow. That changes as we get into Monday. A lot more of that cloud cover working back in, up to 40 for Monday. Snow chances through the middle of the week, and then we cool back down, and our next snow chance coming in by the end of next week.
Now sports with Reagan Holgate.
Last week, Harlem's football team made school history by becoming the first Harlem team to advance to the state quarterfinals. Could the Huskies make more history this evening by taking it one step further? They hosted Prairie Ridge in Class 6A action. Some of the best playmakers in the state were in this game. One for Harlem was Jamani Muhammad. He breaks off on this 59-yard touchdown run in the third quarter. Prairie Ridge's playmaker is quarterback Tyler Vasey. He's the leading rusher in the state. He scores from 32 yards out. Fourth quarter, it'll be Vasey again, outrunning the Huskies. This is a 40-yard touchdown. Vasey rushed for over 400 yards and 8 touchdowns. Harlem's season comes to an end with a 69-28 loss to Prairie Ridge. In Class 5A, Sterling traveled to play Sycamore. First quarter handoff to Zach Crawford, and he'll plow ahead for the touchdown. Second quarter give is to Tyler Curtis on the counter, and he's going to break free for a big game before getting tackled right there. Later on the same drive, Elijah Meyer on the QB keeper is going to get over the goal line basically untouched. Spartans are moving on with a 28-0 victory. We take you to Hub City for Class 4A action. They were taking on the St. Francis Spartans. St. Francis was a bit too much to handle for Rochelle, as nobody could tackle Brady Piper for this touchdown. They were up big after that one. The Hub's offense struggled most of the day, but Trey Taft with a nice 50-yard run to the house right here. But late in this one, and too little too late, Rochelle's season ends with a 35-16 loss. Byron's quarterfinal football playoff win over Reed Custer last year was legendary. The Tigers put together a game-winning drive in the final 2.5 minutes that ended with a touchdown pass with 9 seconds to play. Today, these same two schools met again in the 3A quarterfinals on the same field in Byron. It was another thriller. In the second quarter, the Tigers air it out. Braden Smith's pass is caught by Ashton Hankel for a 52-yard touchdown. Byron led 14-7, but they trailed at halftime 15-14. In the third quarter, it's the Smith-Hankel combination striking again for the Tigers. This time it's a 34-yard touchdown pass. The Tigers eventually went up by 10 points, 25-15. But Reed Custer came back with 2 touchdowns. Josh Bowick rumbled 40 yards on this touchdown run. Byron trailed by 2, 27-25, with under 2 minutes to play. But the Tigers marched the ball downfield, and with 15 seconds left in the game, freshman Caden Considine scored on a tough 1-yard run. That put the Tigers in the 3A semifinals. For the second straight year, they rallied to beat Reed Custer 32-27. In Class 1A, Lena Winslow defeated Fulton in the regular season in a competitive game, and this one was no contest, though. Jake Zeal rips off this 40-yard touchdown run for the Panthers on their opening drive. 8-0, Lee win. In the second quarter, the Panthers hit on another big play. This time it's Gunnar Lobdell shaking a defender and then outracing everyone for a 57-yard touchdown. Lobdell later added a 45-yard touchdown run. Lena Winslow dominates once again, 52-14. We had a local matchup in Class 1A between Dakota and Forreston. Starting in the second quarter, Caden Niedermeyer hands the ball off to Adrian Ariano, and he finds the corner of the end zone for the first touchdown of the game, 8-0 Dakota. Later in the quarter, Brock Smith gives to Jonathan Kobler, and he gets in for the Cardinals score. 2-point no good, though. Indians possession here in the third. Niedermeyer takes the snap, and he gets hit hard, and the ball is loose. Caleb Sanders scoops it up and scores. Forreston wins this one 20-8. They will play Lena Winslow in the semifinals next week. In the 8-man semifinals today, Amboy is on to the championship next week with a 54-22 win over St. Thomas More, and the defending champs will fall out of the race. Polo drops this one 50-48. The IHSA Volleyball State Finals finished up today at Redbird Arena. We had 2 of our local teams vying to raise that championship trophy. In Class 2A, Genoa Kingston took on IC Catholic. There could not have been more blue and orange in the stands. The real momentum shift came here in the first set. Olivia Keegan sets up to Elena Pierce, and she stuffs it down, her first of 18 on the day. And it'll be Keegan to secure the first set for the Cogs. Back set from Mia Wise, and that's a kill for the sophomore. Cogs take the first 25-21. Second set was a lot closer, 25 all at this point. Set goes to Lily Mueller, and she'll get the kill. She was real fired up after that one, right when the Cogs needed it most. GK fights to win the second set 27-25 and become the two-way state champions for the first time in school history.
One game at a time. I mean, just winning sectionals and making history, and now we're state champs. Like, making history one game at a time. It's so amazing.
Just to know that we've made it this far with our best friends, it's really like this is all like our dreams and goals. So like it's really amazing that we've made it here.
And in Class 1A, the Aquin Bulldogs met with Springfield Lutheran. Lucy Arndt started out hot, set from Megan Holder, and in comes the kill, one of 14 she had on the day. Holder not only assisting tonight, but scoring. Here she is with her lone ace of the match. Bentley Stovall wanted to get in on the action too. Here she gets the set and slams it down. Match point now. Holder finds Ainsley Stovall outside, and she gets the kill to finish it off. Aquin wins in straight sets to finish as the top dogs in Class 1A.
I think it's pretty emotional, you know, just all hard work all year and it's finally paying off. It's just amazing to be here with my best friends and that we actually accomplished our goal from the start of the year.
It's kind of unbelievable ending my senior year as a state champ. I couldn't ask for a better season.
I never imagined that it would be like this. You know, I knew the talent was there, but, you know, I've never been to a state championship before, and now to do it 2 years in a row, to come down here is amazing.
We saw snow, finally. I was just wearing shorts the other day.
Just a couple days ago, we had record warmth. Just 2 days ago, on Thursday, we had 76 degrees, and we had our first measurable snowfall of the season today. Definitely felt like a very big change. Clearing skies, though, for the rest of the evening. Snow showers coming to an end on the First Warn Interactive Radar from Rockford Auto Glass and more. Another chance for snow for the middle of the week. Temperatures remain very cold all the way through the end of next week.
Very chilly, very fast. Thanks, Jordan. Thank you for joining us. Have a great night.